Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Baby Brigade. I hope y'all are having a good day. Vlogtember day 13. It's been a pretty good day so far, even though I've been up since 9 something this morning after going to bed at quarter to 3 a.m. So, yeah, I'm a little sleep deprived. But caffeine and and I took the diet medicine again today because I needed the energy that it gives me. So anyway, oh yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm looking at yarn. Thinking of all the projects I have to do. This headband I'm gonna have to switch out. I wore it because it matches my shirt, but it's not very comfortable to the head. But anyway, I went to the mental health doctor to do my evaluation before, that you had to have before you get your weight loss surgery, and that went really well. I think she's probably the nicest psychiatrist I've ever met. And when you have mental health issues, you over the course of your adult life, you've met a few psychiatrists and mental health professionals, and I have met a few. And she asked a lot of questions, but she didn't dig or pry into things that weren't too hurtful. When she hit on a touchy subject, she moved on, and she was just trying to get a feel for who I am, and how I would handle the surgery, and having to adjust to a new way of life. And in the end, she felt like I would handle the surgery and my new way of eating very well. So I passed. There you go. So that went really well. And then I went to the post office and mailed off the sweater to Melody. And then I went to Michael's. I probably shouldn't have did that. Because they had some purties at Michael's. Purties that I couldn't leave at Michael's. So they had there's this new color that they have in the cotton cakes that I've been kind of staring at, called Peach Blossom. And it's it's got like a peach and a turquoise color in it. Oh, it's pretty. And I like my cotton cakes. I do. I have a few. A few. I still have a few of those left. I did share some with a friend, and then I've used some to make projects with, of course. And but I'm gonna get that Peach Blossom eventually. I want at least 3 of them, and I want to say they had 3 or 4 of them. So yeah, I don't know, I'll just have to wait and see what the first of the month shows and how much money I got at the first of the month. But this is the end of my yarn buying. I've got 2 orders coming. One from Premier that should be here tomorrow, and then, Lord help me, Line Brand. It's their fault. They put Basic Stitch Reflective on sale for $2.99. Yeah, it's their fault. And then on top of that, they give you 20% off of that, of the $2.99, and shipping was only $8. So yeah, I know it's probably gonna take 2 weeks to get to me, but yeah, it was a deal. It was a deal. And I have really hard times passing up good deals. And even today at Michael's, I got 20% off. So it's not like I paid full price. I don't like to pay full price. And then I bought some yarn from Miss Penny at Penley Ann Creations, and that was a deal. Let me tell you, the lady knows how to shop for yarn, and she knows a deal, and she knows how to give a deal. And so last week she had posted on her community page that she was going to sell some of her yarn, and she posted, you know, options and pictures of yarn that she was selling. Well, she was selling carrot cakes. Henry know how I feel about that. Let's just say I should be an affiliate for Yarnspirations at this point. Let's just say I should just I did look up I did look at that, and I have it bookmarked on my phone how to apply to be a Yarnspirations affiliate. I should just go on and apply, because I have the yarn. I have more Yarnspirations yarn carrot cakes than anything else. So I really should just go on and apply to be a Yarnspirations affiliate. I might do that. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, if I should do that or not. I'm not affiliated with any yarn company at this point, but like I said, I own so much of carrot cakes and other Yarnspiration yarn that I really probably should be an affiliate. Because I'm a carrot cake fanatic. I will admit, I really love them. But a few weeks ago, Miss Penny sent me some Happy Mail. And in her Happy Mail, she had sent me, this is one of the sets of cakes she had sent me, was this color right here. And this color is called Plum Crisp. And now these cakes do have wool in them. They are 80% acrylic, 20% wool. And so she had sent me this colorway here. I'll go ahead and open one, because it's really not fair to have y'all look at the plastic. But this is the colorway here, okay? And this is really pretty. It's got some grays and a purple right here. And then it's got two different shades of gray. So you got your dark gray here. You got a purple here, and then a light gray, and then this gold color here, and then like a, I don't know, I guess that's the plum color there, and then your gray again, and then the other purple here. So this is the colorway, okay? What I was considering with this would be my first corner to corner blanket, because I haven't been making my sweaters out of wool, because so many of my lady friends are allergic to wool. So I didn't want to make any of my sweaters that I'm selling out of wool, because out of these type cakes that are, you know, that have wool in them, because of folks that are allergic to wool. So even though there's a high concentration of acrylic that really outweighs the wool content, but it's a little easier to have wool in a blanket than it is to have it as a garment. So I think this would be really neat in a corner to corner blanket. And so she sent me 3 to begin with in the Happy Mail, and then she had 9 in her offering on her community page, 9 for $30, which came to $4 and change each. Not $30 plus an additional fee for shipping, which was extremely reasonable, let me just tell you. So I jumped on that, and so now I have 9 more of that exact cake. So I have 12 altogether. So I don't know. That's going to be a heck of a blanket. That's going to be a huge blanket if I use all of those. I probably will use at least 6 of them. And then it might end up being 2 blankets. I don't know, because these things, in case y'all don't know, these have 383 yards each. So 6 of these would make a really big blanket. So to have 12, you know, is pretty good. So I'm at least going to use 6 of them in a blanket, and I'm going to watch. and I would like advice on what is the best corner to corner YouTube tutorial. I know a lot of y'all do corner to corner, and I noticed that Miss Bernadine over at How the Hook Turns, sorry, sorry, my brain just kind of went beep. But Miss Bernadine over at How the Hook Turns, a brand new channel that she's got going over there and doing very well. She just recently did a corner to corner blanket and in red, Premier Basics red and gray, and it's gorgeous, gorgeous blanket. You can go over there. I'll link her in the description. You can go over there and watch her videos where she shows herself making that blanket. And she shows, there's a picture in one of her videos where she has it laid out and you can see it. And it's fabulous. It's gorgeous. Of course, red is one of my favorite colors. And it's right right under turquoise. Red, you know, turquoise, red, and then blue and green, and then everything else. So, because I love color, period. But anyway, but I think this would strike beautifully with the corner to corner. I think you wouldn't even have to do any color control. You could just let the colors go. Just do it. Let it do its thing. And so that's why I'm thinking that would be a good one to do with the corner to corner. And this is really, really, really soft. The thing about it is, it's some of this, like I got another, I'm thinking this is an older one, because this is more dense. This is must have knocked something down. I don't know. This is also a Karen cake of the same variety. This is also, yeah, 80/20. But okay, see, I got this on a clearance, and this colorway is called Rhubarb Cream, and I think I have like 4 or 5 of these, and that's what that looks like. So this is not as squishy as this. This almost feels thinner. Even this, you know how thin yarns feel really squishy and pliable? I don't know where I'm probably gonna have to pull the center pull from the bottom, because it looks like, yeah, this actually looks a little bit thinner. This is thinner. I'm not complaining that it's thinner. I'm okay that it's thinner, but this is thinner yarn. I'm okay that it's thinner, actually. Oh, and of course I'm gonna have to pull the whole center part out, but that's okay. That's just the name of the game when it comes to cakes. Let me see if I can find it, or if I've got to go further. I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go a little bit further. Still hadn't got there yet. Yeah, that whole color is gonna have to come out for me to find it. This is fun, right? I'm gonna pause here. I'll be right back. Now we're ready. Okay, so here's a comparison of these yarns. This is the exact same fiber content, same weight and everything. Let me look at the weights to make sure I'm talking. 7.1, 7.1, 200 grams, 200 grams. All right, same yardage and everything, but look at the difference in the thickness. Look how plump and fat that is compared to this one. I don't know what the time frame is between when these two were made, but there's an obvious difference. And of course it could be something in the way that the dyes worked with the fiber. I don't know, but there's an obvious difference in the thickness of this yarn. So I'm good with that, though. I mean, I'm not upset about that at all. You know, it is what it is. but that's okay, because since I have, you know, so much of this particular color, then that it's okay that it's a little thinner. So I'll probably, instead of using my favorite 6mm hook, I will probably use a 5.5 with this, just a little bit smaller, just so that it's more comfortable for my hand. So I'll probably go with a 5.5 for that one, and of course my regular 6mm with this one. Yeah, I think I just need some recommendations on a corner to corner tutorial that I can watch and do. I'm not talking like real soon corner to corner blanket, but I just one that I can go watch and say, yes, that's the tutorial for me. Save it to my playlist, so that when I get ready to come back and do this, that I can, you know, pull it up and just go with it. Because if it works up as quick as Miss Bernadine demonstrated, then I should be able to do one within about a week or two, because I'm a pretty quick hooker. As we know, I can whip up a sweater in a week. So, and now to the bibbies that I got from Micheals that I could not pass up. Now, what I was looking for when I went to Micheals, I did not know. I just knew I wanted to go to Micheals. And, you know, since I was in Bossier already. Bossier is like right across the bridge from Shreveport. Like, you know, I get on the interstate and it's like 3 or 4 miles. So it's really quick to get it right over there. And the reason why I went to Bossier is I went to send that package with the sweater the lady bought for me that I showed y'all yesterday. And the taxes are cheaper in Bossier. And it's cheaper to send packages in Bossier. And for some reason, when I send packages in Bossier, they get to where they're going faster. Don't know why. Like, I checked the tracking on the packages that I sent on Monday. They're already where they're going. Everything's been delivered already. A package that I sent to California that wasn't supposed to be there till Friday, she's already got it. That was the top that I made Amy over at Hooked on Wishing Crochet. And she sent me some beautiful pictures of herself in that summer top that I made her out of Karen cotton cakes in the amethyst sky color. Oh, she looks so beautiful in that top. I'm just so thrilled that it fit her. But and then I sent Miss Penny a box, and I sent some yarn to someone that had bought some yarn from me. So anyway, but I landed at the cinnamon twist cakes, these cakes, and I bought 3 of this one. This one is the Tropical Breeze color. Now, what I was hoping to find, and what I'm happy to say that I found, is the texture of the Heat Wave cake, which is the sweater that I just finished. I wanted the same texture of yarn, because this texture, let me pull this one out. This one here, this cinnamon swirl, this is called Sun and Surf. Okay, this is very soft. Don't get me wrong, this is very soft yarn. Okay, it does not have the same texture or look when you look at it close as this one. Okay, this one has a little bit of a sheen to it. Okay, just a little bit of a sheen, just very subtly, okay. And it has a little bit of a slickness to it. Okay, this does not have that. It's more of a matte finish, and it's more dense. It's more dense when you go to work with it. Now that could change, because I didn't work with that as much as I've worked with the other colors, so that may change. I know that the rosemary color, when I first started working with it, it felt very dense, but then as I got into the cake and got into working with it, it got softer as I worked with it. Now that could change. That could be the same situation with that colorway. I won't know until I get with it. Now I was going to do a blanket with that. I could be, if someone liked this enough and wanted a sweater out of it, I could be convinced to do a sweater with this. Just so y'all know. I just, if you see it and you want a sweater out of it, just email me. I can be convinced, and I will do that for you if you want me to. But I got 3 of this one, and this one is Tropical Breeze. And the specs are, this is a 4-weight yarn. It recommends a 5mm knitting needle, 5mm crochet hook. It's 100% acrylic, and it has 407 yards at 8 ounces, 227 grams, and 372 meters. And it does have the little bit of, unless you're really looking at it in person, it's really hard to tell. But that's why you can't see it online, and that's why I didn't notice it online until I was looking at that heat wave yarn. I had never really noticed any of the colorways of this having that particular texture and feel. But it does have a little bit of a sheen, and I noticed in that yarn that Llama Mama Michaela was working up that first colorway that she had. That springy color she had, that real pretty springy color she had, it had the same texture. It had like a little bit of a sheen to it, and it was super, super squishy. And I was like, ooh. And that's what made me, want that yarn to begin with, is the way that hers was working up and the way hers was looking. But all the colors and all the different colorways and dyes were not the same texture. So I think that's very strange in the same color line, in the same yarn line as this. So but this is, I'm gonna get this as close as I can to you. I don't know if y'all be able to see that, but this is definitely, it's what I was looking for. Now they had another colorway that I was hoping they had enough of, which was called Mai Tai. But they only had 2, and I wanted 3, because I didn't want to have to figure out a third a complementing color to make up the difference. I'm trying to find, but yeah, this definitely has that I don't know about the sheen part, but it definitely has the slickness that I was looking for. The ease of working with it. It's definitely like I can really push in on this and feel that it's going to be nice and real easy to work with. This one is more dense, and I can tell this is more dense. It doesn't have the give to it that these do. So it's something to do with the dye. It really is. It just treats the yarn, it treats the fabric differently. And so, but I have 3 of these, and so I'll be, this might be a keeper. I don't know. Because I really, and to be honest, I can't keep a bunch of sweaters. But I have so much fun making them, and so much fun playing in colors, that, that's I just have so much fun doing it. And I think me and Amy were talking about this earlier. She was talking about how I managed to get the effect on the sleeves of the last sweater, and I told her, I said, I really think that the fact that I was a painter before, that I was a painting artist before, really helped me coming over to doing crochet. Even though when I was painting, I never felt like I was good enough. I never felt like my paintings were good enough. I always felt insecure, and I never felt they were. I was always forever trying to make them better. I was always like, oh, it just needs a little something. It needs a little something, and they were never good enough. Oh, excuse me. So they were never quite to my satisfaction. There are a handful of them that I finally got satisfied with, for the most part. But I was never like completely confident in my paintings. even though other people are like, wow, that's great, that's great. But I just never was completely at home with painting. And then I got bitten by this bug, you know, this crochet, loom knitting first. And loom knitting, I was comfortable and I enjoyed loom knitting, but I wasn't, you know, I felt like I was still not where I wanted to be. And then of course, the more I looked at crochet, the more I wanted to know how to do that. And so, and then when I finally did learn it, it made me emotional, because the more I learned, the more it felt like home. It's like, wow, you know, it just, I don't know, it's just something you really can't explain. And all this color, and I felt like my painting love, and my color, my love of color, and my confidence just grew. You know, it's just like, I know Cindy with Pups and Crochet was such an encouragement to me, and I can't thank her enough for being my friend and being my motivation and offering to help me. And she offered to help me so many times learn crochet, and it was just something I really had to do on my own. I really just had to sit down and keep trying on my own. And when I finally got it, I was like, Cindy, I got it, I got it, I got it. And it was just like just like something catching fire, you know. It just lit something in me. And oh, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just something that you just can't explain. You know, that's why I don't do a lot of black yarn. And when I was painting, I'd only use black paint to highlight bright colors, to do shading, to make the brighter colors pop more. You know, because there was very little black paint in my palette. It was all bright colors. And still, even now, you look in my yarn palette, bright colors, because that's just me. I'm just a colorful lady, is what Amy called me. And it's just something I love, and I love to match up the colors, and just fade things in, and I'm still doing it. I'm just doing it with yarn instead of paint. And I finally feel confident in what I'm doing, and that I'm doing it into, you know, something that turns out really beautiful. And it's not just something you hang on a wall and look at. It's something that someone can walk around and wear, and be proud that they have it. So and I could look back and look at a picture and say, yeah, I did that. And someone, you know, can wear it and be soft and comfortable and warm, you know. So yeah, it's just I'm home, I feel like, you know. Crochet is my home. It's my artist home. And you guys are my support group. Y'all are my greatest supporters, and I thank y'all so much. I can't thank y'all enough. Y'all are wonderful. And I just as much as y'all think these Vlogtembers have been a treat to y'all, it's been a treat to me. And I probably will continue on into Vlogtober. I did it last year. I will probably do it this year. It may be a yearly tradition with me, Vlogtember and Vlogtober. I don't do what is it, Bliss Miss or whatever it is for Christmas or December, because everybody and their brother's doing it for December. So I prefer to march to the beat of my own drum and not be like everybody else. So That's why I do Vlogtember, Vlogtober. After that, you just get, you get what you get during the week according to how I'm feeling and according to how much I'm crocheting and what projects I got going and what I got going, yarn hauls and what have you. Tomorrow I got a order coming. I'm supposed to get a delivery from my Premier order finally that I ordered on the 1st. It's taken them 2 weeks to get to me. This is the longest I've ever waited for a Premier order, by the way. I'm very disappointed in that. But it is what it is. I love Premier yarn. I'm not going to stop loving Premier yarn. Obviously, they must have something going on in-house to cause them to run so late. I'm not going to stop loving their company and their yarn because they had something going on and caused it to be so late. It's just yarn, and I need to be more patient. So, obviously, it's just patience is really not. It's not one of my greatest strengths, I'll put it that way. But I wanted to do this vlog episode a little earlier this evening because I wanted to get cracking on this new sweater and maybe go back and work on those other two that I started. The one I started in the Karen Simply Soft with the pink and the gold, and the other one in the Schitt's Creek 2 shades of pink. I need to decide what I'm doing with those. No one ever came forward and made any kind of interest in those. That's why I haven't progressed with those, because no one showed an interest in having a top made out of that. I would probably not charge a full $65 for those because they're not made in a more expensive yarn. So I didn't pay as much for the yarn for those. I might go a little cheaper on those tops than I would for these sweaters. So just email me if you remember me showing that and you would like to, like those. I may go a little cheaper on those because I got that Karen Simply Soft stuff for like dirt cheap, and the Schitt's Creek wasn't very much either. Anyway, but of course this sweater will still be $65. I might have to, I don't know. This will still be $65 because I had to recoup the 30 something I paid for the yarn and then my time. So, but I enjoy doing it. The reason why I don't charge any more than that is because, well, I show it on my videos and I get, the kickback from the watches on my videos, and then I get the enjoyment out of making it. It brings me some joy to do that. And, so I'm not making a whole lot on these sweaters, just to let y'all know. I'm not making a whole lot of money on the sweaters. It's just, it has to go somewhere. I don't have a whole lot of room to just stack sweaters. So, it has to go somewhere. And to make my money back on the yarn I'm buying is basically what I'm doing. So, if that makes any sense to you. But I hope y'all have a good evening. I'm going to wrap this up, as Bernadine would say. But I love y'all, and so does Jesus. And please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend's waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye now.